being priced out, and eventually you will too. I got a brother, I'm not going to mention his name because, you know, he's personal with that. But this man makes 6 figures. I talked to him the other day. He was like, yo, man, I'm making the most money I ever made in my life. I'm making over 6 figures. And even he said, yo, man, I can't live in Charlotte. It's too expensive. I cannot be able to afford my lifestyle the way that I live while living in Charlotte. And he had to relocate. So sooner than later, it's going to affect you. And these videos are here to warn you and to tell you to make a stand, to take a stand. But it's to a certain extent, it's too late. We've allowed the government and corporations to take over our lives. And now it's too late. I never thought that I would ever see the day where we would have corporate landlords such as Progress, America's Home for Rent. Me, I rent from America's Home for Rent. I think it's Tricon, and the list goes on. Right now in Charlotte, homeowners are complaining about corporate landlords because these corporate landlords, such as America's Home for Rent, they allow anyone to come into the house and rent it out. They don't keep up with the landscape or the lawn or whatever. They don't make, and I could vouch for this, they don't make immediate repairs to the house that you're renting out of. And it's just ridiculous. And the rent is ridiculous. And people are trying to, and they're just corporate landlord, corporations, they're buying up houses back to 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 back. They did a special on 60 Minutes. And I think it was a CEO or something like that, a Tricon. I think that was it, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, America, the American dream is not to own, it's for rent now. But let's just be real. As a homeowner, you never owned your home anyway. Real talk. Real talk. Why you never owned it? Because let's just be real. Why would you pay taxes on something that you own? Why would you have to make payments such as taxes on something that you own? And if you skip a beat on taxes, see, this is the thing. People will say, well, you got to pay your taxes, but you own the house. If you skip the beat on the taxes, they can take it. So it's not yours. I know some people have been in their house for 20, 25, 30 years. Skip a beat on the taxes, is gone, it's over. I don't think some of you all really know what you have gotten into. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm not in it with you. I'll say this though, at least I'm cognitive, I'm aware of what's going on in America. And this is not the land of the free. This is crazy. Why would you call it the land of the free and we paying for every fucking thing? This is not the land of the free. This is not a democracy. This is a corptocracy. Real talk. Where you don't own shit. That's real talk. But they'll make you think that you do. And I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Prices, rent is going up. Food is going up. Gas prices are going up. Excuse me. clothes, everything is going up. It gets to the point where you actually have to ask yourself, yo, eventually who's going to be able to live in America? Because everyone is going to be priced out. And let me tell you something. Being that this is a corptocracy and corporations run this shit, straight up. Congress, House of Representatives and Senators, the president, please. They got lobbyists to pay these motherfuckers off. Your local congressman is paid off by corporations. And that's real talk. And it's now we're at a point where AI is here to stay. And what corporations are doing now is they're, no lie, man, y'all don't even want to hear this. I know you don't. I know you don't. They're downsizing. They no longer need human beings, human bodies anymore to work at their jobs. To work at their jobs. They've already called us useless eaters a couple years ago. They no longer need human beings anymore. And part of them, there are several ways of downsizing. And that is, well, downsize, you can call it downsizing, but really you want to call it depopulating the planet, because there's too many human beings on this planet, and they no longer need the numbers that they had to have before. Now robots take the place of human beings. And the remainder of human beings that are left get the opportunity to live in smart cities, such as like Atlanta, Charlotte. I'm laughing because guess what? Y'all probably think that I looked at too many sci-fi movies. But this is a reality. These smart cities where, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have a chip stored in your brain. Oh, Neuralink. Look it up. Look it up. Elon Musk, I think that's his name, just got the Neuralink approved, the chip approved from the FDA. And now he can legally start experimenting on human beings. When you're in these smart cities, you'll have that chip in your brain. You get to upload, download, and all the rest of that shit, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, and access this and that, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be living an augmented reality while you're living in these smart cities. Sort of like if you ever seen the movie Ghost in the Shell, which was taken from the old school Japanimation cartoon. Japanimation cartoon, Ghost in the Shell. And you're gonna have human beings walking around saying, yo, you know, like trying to get a person's number, a girl number, a guy number, and they're gonna literally be on some shit like, yo, are you upgraded? Because I can't fuck with you if you're not upgraded. We're talking transhumanism here. But only the elite will be able to do that. Only the ones that have big time fucking money will be able to enjoy shit like life extension. Other than that, poor people such as the black middle class, because there's no such thing as a middle class anymore. Either you're poor as shit, you're poor, or you're rich. we fucked. We're fucked. And if you think what I'm saying is some crazy outlandish shit, look up the shit that I'm telling you about. Google it. Straight up. If this shit continues to go on, America spelled with three K's, you're gonna see a place that you've never seen before. Some shit coming straight out of a comic book or a goddamn movie. A science fiction movie, that is. Straight up. Look up something else. Ectolife. Because that's another thing. Children, little babies are going to be commodities. They're going to be for sale. If you thought the Matrix movie wasn't real, look up Ectolife. That is something coming in the near future. But nah, Langston, he don't know what he talking about. That nigga crazy. We always talked about, the future. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, I used to look at the Jetsons, flying cars and all the rest of that shit. Not knowing that if this continues to go on, right? I'm talking about America, that is. That we won't be able to experience the future because we won't be able to afford it. That's real shit. You ever seen Demolition Man? There's gonna be an underground. I'm not gonna say an underground like you're underground. You know what I'm saying? But come on, let's be real. I mean, there is an underground already in New York City. It's homeless people living in subways. There's a whole little mini city in the subways of homeless people. Scavengers coming out, trying to eat and going back down into the subways. And they probably eating rats and shit like that in the subways. But there's gonna be an underground, meaning that an area where people just gonna fucking just be starving and shit. And it's gonna be an area like, how like they got all these Judge Dredd, all these science fiction movies where you see a bunch of people and they starving in this zone 2 or area 1. And they separate from the high class people. That's exactly how this shit gonna be. This is crazy. Y'all motherfuckers went to the movies and thought these movies that they were, showing you, that it was just pure entertainment. No. You know what movies are? They're just extended commercials. That's all they are. They're just 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 hour commercials. And if you don't believe me, go to a movie and see all of the the products that they place inside the movie. You'll be able to catch and you're like, oh shit. Yeah, that's product placement. They've been doing it for years in movies and videos, music videos, and in your video games. They have prepped us up for what's to come in the future through our video games, our movies, our music videos. You would call that creative. Some of the shit that you saw as far as dealing with movies and video games and music videos. Nah. They're gonna make this shit a reality. Ray Kurzweil, look him up. He said that human beings and machine, man and machine, will merge in by the year of, if I'm not mistaken, 2035 or 2045. No, 2035, I think that's what he said. And then he said that machines will take over and deem human beings as unimportant by 2045. They're talking about that right now. That they created AI, and AI is all it's doing now is taking in information. And they said it's too late to stop it now. That eventually AI will turn on its creators, human beings. But I'm stupid. I don't know shit. What I need to do is I just need to purchase a home. This is what motherfuckers tell me in the comment section of these videos about Charlotte and Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You need to own you a house. You need to settle down. Well, the house I've been in like 5 years. And I've been settled down. What you talking about? Like literally, what are you talking about? Because if you're not talking about what I'm talking about right now, then you ain't making sense. Because your future is damned if you don't know what the fuck is going on. Just when you think you know some shit, you don't. And I don't claim to know it all either. But at least I know more than you do. Because your solution, or at least that's what you're telling me, is become a homeowner. Okay, and then after that, then what? Then what? Because I'm seeing all I see around me, you know, like Wu-Tang would say, cash rules everything around me. I'm going to say all I see around me is a time bomb waiting to go off. Either way, whether AI takes over, and yeah, I'm about to say it, and I know y'all gonna be like, doo-loo-loo-loo, whether AI takes over, whether it's an alien invasion, whether the government, secret societies call that, because I don't want to say it on YouTube, shadow governments, whatever it is, whatever it's gonna be, we are seeing the end of the times. The end of times. Whoever's going to start it off and end it, we're seeing it. I said it in the last video, and I'm going to say it again. Man is so desperate these days, based on their feelings. Excuse me. They're so desperate to go based on their feelings, right? I feel like I'm the opposite sex. They're so desperate to the point where they'll chop their fucking dicks off in order to be what they feel like they are. And y'all gonna tell me that we ain't living in the last days and time? If you can say this, man, I remember when we living in the last days and times. Time. If you can say that, man, I remember when. Man, you know what? I say this shit every day. I remember when Charlotte was this way. I remember when black people were this way. I remember when this, and this, and this. Everything is crappy. Everything is fucked up. Everything is fucked up. The food ain't good anymore. No lie. I haven't been out there, you know what I'm saying, dating and dealing with different women. But before I settled down, so to speak, the pussy wasn't good out there. The music ain't shit anymore. They don't make cars like they used to. They don't make appliances like they used to. They don't make houses like they used to. They don't make clothes like they used to. I could buy a sweater back in the days and it could last for a couple of years. Now I buy a sweater, that same sweater, I gotta fucking throw it in the trash like a couple months later. Football ain't good anymore. This season is trash. Real talk. Basketball is trash. What's good anymore? We don't love each other, one another. What's good anymore? Society is on its way out. Everything is going down the drain. And the only thing I'm telling you to do is make sure that you got it up here. A plan. Because when that shit hits the fan, I'm telling you, it ain't gonna smell good. It's not. It is not. I'm not telling you to move to Africa. I'm not telling you anything. You a grown ass man and you a grown ass woman. When I give y'all solutions, you don't tell me what to do. That's not a good solution. But then I have people in the comment section say this shit literally. Yo, Langston, what are we gonna do? Nah, fuck that. You a grown ass man, you a grown ass woman. Figure it the fuck out. Figure it the fuck out, just like I am going to figure it out. And once I figure it out, I'm going to tell you all this again. I'm not going to even say bye to you all. I'm just going to stop making videos and diss a fucking peer. That plain and simple. Yo, I'm out.